There we go. Gotta go in again. Oh, yeah. Come on. Oh, there we go. All right, come on. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the basement sublet
of horror.
Yes, I am your host, Gunther Dedmind, as if you didn't know that already. Well, I hope you do. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Who cares? Anyway, so I've been getting lots of pressure from the producers to increase the ratings of this show. And by the way, they're just tanking, so what a surprise. Someone watching, are you out there now? Hello, are you out there? Hello? Well, I guess you maybe not. Anyway, so tonight's film, well, they said, why don't you show a racy movie? And I was like, well, I just don't do that kind of thing. And then I thought, a racy movie, of course, The Fast and the Furious, Roger Corman's first film, a film about racing cars. Well, so that's racy enough for you, don't you think? Well, I hope so. Anyway, it's from 1955, directed by John Ireland. And John Ireland, by the way, stars in it. It's the renegade driver Frank. Oh, well, it's going to be a dandy. And what? It's not a horror film. It's not a, well, who cares? It's a movie show. Let's just go on. And by the way, you know, it doesn't take a horror movie to make a horrifying film. And tonight's film is pretty horrifying, I think. So anyway, off we go now to The Fast and the Furious. And I'll get back to my racing here.
Folks, as if the taxes aren't high enough already.
Coffee and a hamburger.
I'll have an egg salad sandwich and a glass of pineapple juice, please.
Well, I might have to look for the juice.
Hey, now, wait a minute. Who said anything about drinking? I thought all you said was they found a bottle in the car. Was there anything said about whether Bob and Ted had been drinking or not?
Betty didn't say that.
Say, did you two hear about that guy that broke out of jail up in Coachella? Some jail they got up there, huh? I'm telling you, honey, it ain't safe on the road these days.
Well, I wouldn't worry.
Well, worry or not, it ain't safe.
Nobody should drink and drive.
I mean, there's no excuse for drinking under any conditions. That's just what I've always thought. Drinking's just about the worst thing you can do.
This guy, they call Webster, drove a truck right off the road. Murder, that's what it is.
You could say that again.
Murder, that's what it is.
You could say that again.
Murder. You from up that way?
No, a buddy of mine told me about it.
Cops got him, let him go again.
They won't get away from us.
You and who else?
Listen, every trucker on the highway is watching for this guy.
What the?
We'll find him. And when we do, he won't even have time to think about getting away.
What do you mean?
This isn't a very unusual scene. You've probably been to parties like this yourself. Lots of them. A bunch of us kids get together at somebody's house every now and then, and there's music and dancing and just general fun. The only thing different about this particular party was what happened to spoil the good time everyone was having.
Cops, just keep your eye open.
Oh, don't worry, I do. I talk to people all the time, and I get to figuring them out, too.
You want to take my money?
Yeah. This guy don't seem much interested in the case.
I wonder if you could get the pineapple juice.
Now, sure, lady, be right back.
Hitchhiking?
No.
I didn't see your car out there.
I'm walking.
Oh, I'll give you a lift. What's your name? Bob Nielsen's mine.
Myers. Bill Myers.
Myers, huh? Where you from?
You ask a lot of questions, Mr. Nielsen, but I'm from El Centro.
Oh. I'd know where Webster killed that guy, huh? You know him? Webster?
Nope.
Hear about it?
How could I help?
Interested?
Nope. No, I'm not.
If I'm giving you a lift, Myers, I'd like to see your identification.
I didn't say I wanted a lift.
Maybe I better see it anyway.
Sure.
Never assuming that other people will do the expected.
No, you don't.
Stop it, don't let
Oh.
Oh, he's hurt. We better get a doctor.
How bad was he hurt?
Somebody got hurt.
Well, thanks for calling.
Come on.
Where do you think you're going?
Mexico.
You're not going to leave that man here.
With you. Give me the car keys.
Webster?
Come on.
In the city, other drivers, and there are millions of them, blend into city traffic for years without scratching a fender. They do it, and you can do it, observing all traffic controls.
Well, I had to turn everything upside down, but I finally found... Well, where is everybody? Oh!
Easy does it. Keep cool.
Oh! Operator, give me the police. Right away, quick.
It all began when the telephone rang, and Susan went to answer.
Hello?
What? I want to see I want to report a murder.
Yes, this is Susan. Wait a minute, will you? I can't hear a thing.
Yes, a murder.
Hey, Jerry, I'm on the phone.
Oh, all right.
Oh, for heaven's sake, hurry up.
It's a police car.
Gosh, I bet they feel awful.
They ought to. The police found a bottle in the car.
I've got a bullet for them and one for you. You're going to see a lot of cops and lots of people before we cross the border. Just behave yourself, act natural, and there won't be any trouble. I like quiet women. Stay that way.
This road is beautiful. I could drive all day.
There's a gas station ahead. Better fill up before dark.
You can do better than that.
All right, look at the gas gauge.
That'll be, folks.
Fill her up.
Right.
Can a driver cope with every emergency he may encounter? Probably not. But drivers need not always be helpless. This fire did not result from collision. It began at the carburetor.
Well, she's all checked out and ready to go. That'll be $4. Sure nice day to go cruising around.
This lesson is different than the others. You're about to experience a series of situations seldom seen by drivers who conscientiously apply IPDE principles. The reason for including these exercises is not that we doubt your IPDE ability, but because occasionally, due to an error in judgment or an unusual combination of circumstances, identification, prediction, and decision time may be used up, and you may have only a split second to identify hazards and execute a move to avoid or minimize a crash. How you react in that split second may be a matter of life or death.
We got the call only a few miles from here.
What took you so long?
He's still alive. You better call an ambulance. Did you see it?
I was right here when he shot him.
There's no gun wound.
Well, it must have been Frank Lester.
How do you know?
Well, I was the one that recognized him. I told this fella here that's who he was.
It looks like you're pretty quick to condemn Bob and Ted. I thought they were your friends.
I'm not either condemning them. I'm condemning drinking. That's what I said.
You did not. You said anybody that would drink at all, didn't she? And we were all talking about Bob and Ted, and that's who you were talking about, too.
And then that girl that was...
Girl with Webster?
Well, she must have been. She sent me out of the back room, and when I came back, he was lying there.
Then you didn't see it.
Well, I practically did.
Yeah, Sally, how come you say that? You're prejudiced.
I am not prejudiced. It's a fact. Alcohol is poison, and you know it.
I'd appreciate you returning my car and my freedom.
Said that before.
I'm running out of variations. I'm also running out of patience.
Hey, now, wait a minute. Let's not get all riled up about this.
Any idea what to do about it?
Several ideas. None of which I intend to discuss with you.
Well, she started it. Some of us don't feel the same about drinking as she does, and she knows it. She's just trying to find an excuse to tell us what we ought to do.
I'm sorry if I caused you any trouble.
Oh, don't let it bother you.
Oh, you make me so mad. I guess what you mean is you just... Sally, don't get mad. Jack didn't mean anything.
You're conceited, ruthless, cruel.
How do we get off on this anyway? Well, that's what I say.
I'm still hungry.
So am I.
Well, if people are friends, they ought to be able to talk about something without everybody blowing their tops.
The welcoming committee.
Sure get up early.
You know, for some reason, I'm going to miss you.
Gosh, yes, Sally. I'm sorry. I didn't really mean to hurt your feelings.
Thanks. Maybe we won't get a chance. Who's in those sport cars?
I don't...
Racers, maybe? Headed for the race?
suppose.
Mexico, huh?
They'll recognize you.
Not if you're a good girl. And if you are, when this is all over, you'll still be alive and beautiful.
You see it one way and I see another.
You'll never get away with it.
Maybe not. But I'm going to try. Viva Mexico.
Ah, yes. Oh, and why you say, do I only have one race car? Well, I've been racing all night, and actually, the loser, well, we jack his car and use his parts to make our car faster and better. So, well,
Horror, I mean, basement, oh, never mind.
oh, yes. Listen to that motor roar. I've got it all tuned up now. I've been tuning it up all evening to get it as fast as I can go. Like, we'll say maybe I could even race off to Mexico. What do you think? Back to our movie. Woo. And now it goes around all the way.
You with the others?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Mexico.
Is this your wife, Mr.
Myers. Bill Myers.
Easy does it. Keep cool.
Mr. Myers and his wife are going to Mexico. Where do they start from? How do they get there? Mr. Myers? Are you going to ride with me in the International tomorrow?
You're so right.
Oh.
Keeping your mind on driving is tough enough without a car full of children. Well, at least there aren't any cross streets to watch.
Now that we're in the park, we could stop and have lunch.
I see a beautiful hamburger.
I bet it's a clue.
Yeah, I bet.
We'd better memorize it.
I don't think we'll have to memorize it. The hamburger's winning.
Boy, my mouth's watering. Let's go.
Maybe you'd rather register for the race. Or is that impossible, too?
Register? Connie, will you give me a break?
Why should I? You drive people off roads, leave injured men unconscious.
Maybe someday I can explain. All right, don't give me a break. Just remember, I've got a gun and I know how to use it.
How'd you respond to that one?
Get that truck off the course. Let Clancy pass. Okay, Clancy. Oh, hi, folks. Going to register?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, just write the name of the driver and the car there. Okay, Clancy, you've qualified. Oh, Miss Constance Adair driving?
Yes.
Yes, I'm right.
I guess you hadn't heard. They had a meeting last night. This course is too dangerous. All lady drivers are banned.
But I've got to.
Now, what did you say?
This course is too dangerous. All lady drivers are banned. I'm sorry, but that's what they decided.
I'll drive.
Oh, you're a racer, too.
Put me down.
What name?
Myers. Bill Myers.
Okay, that does it. This is a map of the course, Mr. Myers. Now, first, the qualifying run today is the first 2 miles of tomorrow's race. That keeps the trials entirely within the park, and we allow one run to get familiar with the course. But just remember, this race is over the old road, through the mountains, along the coast into Mexico. It's a dangerous course. People can get killed.
Yeah. Well, Miss Adair can ride with me, can't she?
Oh, you're a racer, too. Well, for the trials, if she wants, but not tomorrow. You know, we've always had nothing but drivers in this race. Are you ready now?
As ready as we'll ever be.
Notice all checkpoints. Notice all checkpoints. Number 55, Bill Myers, is about to start. Straighten that line of bales near the edge. Pull the truck off the course till Myers goes by.
Where'd you get the Bill Myers?
From a drunk of that name. It was a small jail. You might say we traded.
Here. Put this on. You may as well look the part.
A day of this is work in anybody's book.
Gear down. Put it in the lower gear at all sharp turns. Don't lose RPMs.
You like this?
Yes.
Good drivers rarely have skids because they slow down to avoid them.
Now step on the gas after we hit the curve. Ever driven a sports car before?
No, but I've driven everything from hot rods to tanks.
If you feel any tendency to skid, slow down and continue slowing down until the skid tendency is gone.
If you gear down first, you don't have to nurse the motor back once you shift into high. Seconds count. The way you drive, you didn't run that truck off the road by accident.
I thought you already decided that. Would you like to win the race?
I always always like to win.
I don't think I can make it.
I don't think you will.
Thanks.
What?
I said thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, Myers, you can double back to your qualifying run now.
Sure beats the old route. How did we ever get to work before we had freeways?
Mr. Hillman?
Yes, what can I do for you?
Officer Faraday of the State Police. Wonder if I could check over your list of entrants.
Why, yeah, sure, but why?
We're looking for someone who might be hiding out in the park. We think he's driving a Jaguar.
Well, that's a new one.
It sure is.
Okay, Myers, this is your qualifying. Better go.
Cross the course. Post 12, that truck. Post 12, that truck.
When wheels lock or the car is turned sharply, inertial forces, that is, the tendency for things to keep going in exactly the same direction they are already going, can tear the tires from a rolling contact with the road. The car slides.
All right, you guys with trucks, that was close. But now maybe you know what I've been talking about. Nice driving, Myers.
You and trucks just don't seem to get along.
You can say that again.
What the?
How are we doing?
Don't lose speed.
I won't.
Looks like the little lady sure approves of our driver there.
You really have to drive with your head up.
Okay, 55. Myers, 55. You've qualified. Second fastest time so far. That will put you second to last in the starting line.
Second to last.
I sure get the brakes. We're getting out of this little playground.
Can't be a roadblock.
Oh, but it is.
You'd think I was Dillinger.
Does all this attention make you feel important?
Not very. You didn't get word to them.
I wish I had.
Wait a minute. This isn't our story.
The news magazine of the screen.
Rolling out on the road is a revolutionary new vehicle, the 5-ton Rhino, a sight to startle the soul of any motorist. The Rhino's new type wheels give such a grip that it won't tip on hills. The wheels also help it plow through underbrush like a tank, although its engine is no more powerful than an automobile's. Water is no barrier. Where it's shallow, the wheels do the work. In deeper, it floats, propelled by a jet arrangement. The more the wheels sink in, the greater the grip. Churning through mud like a happy rhinoceros, the revolutionary Rhino. The Army's newest wonder on wheels is called High Herman, an experimental device for exploding landmines. Resembling a farm disc harrow, it can be maneuvered easily when hooked to the front of a tank. Does it work? Watch. With its steel claws, High Herman sweeps a battlefield path of safety.
Oh, let's take a break.
Why here?
Nobody ever comes here. There's an old house up the road. It's been abandoned for years.
Thanks, again.
I discovered this place when I first started coming down to the races. I've sort of considered it mine ever since. Won't you come into my parlor?
How'd you respond to that one? When this happens in heavy traffic, you're in danger from both ahead and behind.
What's the pitch?
Nothing. I'm just tired. So are you. Besides, you said something about an explanation. I'd like to hear it.
On the level?
Well, Frank, the whole world isn't against you. You'll get an even break if you give it a chance.
Sure, give it a chance. Listen, Connie, all my life I've been trying to get by on my own because that's the way I figured it. After the Army, well, I saved some money, so I bought myself a truck. Not 2 trucks or a fleet. No partners, just me. Turned out I was bothering somebody. Guy who owned a lot of trucks. He tried everything. Undercut me, everything. But I figured I had my rights, so I stuck. And one of his drivers tried to run me off the road. All I was trying to do was keep from getting killed. And his truck went over the side.
And how come they accuse you of murder?
2 minutes later, one of his other drivers was there yelling his head off about how I drove his buddy over the cliff. He didn't even seem to care much that he was dead.
Why did you break out of jail? No jury in the world would convict you if you told them what happened.
If I got to a jury. Those truckers were coming to get me. They weren't waiting for a trial. I had to break out of jail.
But you can't prove you're innocent running away.
I can't prove it dead.
Look, I'll tell them what happened at the cafe. We'll get lawyers. You've got to believe in yourself, in the law.
Trust somebody. You see why I don't?
Well, what do you expect? You hate the world, and the world hates you. And that specifically and especially includes me.
Oh, yes, I really totally have racing fever now. And well, you know, like, we used to be like, you go out in the car and you drive around and then maybe you go to a drive-in. Yes, a drive-in. Yes, one of my favorite things about the drive-in, I remember, was the intermission.
Here's magic, popcorn magic. Only hot, fresh, perfectly seasoned popcorn can satisfy that movie time popcorn craving. So if you like popcorn, you'll really like ours. We start with the best and make it better. Get plenty for everybody now.
The favorite of young and old alike, the smooth, flavor-rich cream, heaped and overflowing, delicious, and refreshing.
To add to your enjoyment of the movies, we offer cold, refreshing, full-flavored drinks, choice popcorn, freshly popped, crisp and tasty, and richly coated, taste-filled candy bars that are sure to please you. Yes, there are many good things here for your pleasure. Enjoy them.
There's plenty of time to treat yourself to something good to eat at our refreshment center.
You're watching the Basement Sublet of Horror. Excuse me, my friends. I've had a bit of crash in my car, and I really must get it going, because I don't want to leave the race. Do you? Well, what about the race? Yes, back to the movie.
Start your car. Put it in drive gear. Accelerate to 45 miles an hour, and let me show you what I mean. All set? Okay, now try driving through this situation.
This room get checked over. Eddie!
Hi, Mr. Dare. How are you?
Fine, Eddie. How are you?
Can't complain. How's the car feeling?
Oh, it's fine, too. Would you check it over for me?
I guess you're not driving in the race.
This is Bill Myers. He's driving.
She sure is a hot one, Mr. Myers.
She sure is. Can I leave it here tonight and get it first thing in the morning?
I'll have it ready for you first thing in the morning.
Thanks, Eddie.
A greater challenge, however, is to be able to drive the same car in the same places at night and also under adverse conditions.
I just want to carry over the threshold.
Let's review on this model board and see how the situation developed, especially during those last critical seconds.
May not be much, but we call it home.
How did you know about it?
Criminal mind, always checking hideouts.
Oh, Frank, why didn't you tell me we were coming someplace definite?
I like surprises.
Oh, well, I don't.
Did that example give you an idea of what I meant by unusual situations? How did you react? Would you have avoided an accident?
Frank,
Look better after the furniture arrives.
I'd rather walk.
Don't go away.
Oh, Frank, you're not still afraid I'll run away.
We kid around a little, Connie, but this is life and death, mine. So we'll play it real safe.
All I want you to do is give yourself up and face the charges.
And I want you to mind your own business.
Okay.
Wow, what a beauty. By golly, I think I'll buy a new car. Say, Millie, how long have I had the old one?
1 year, 8 months, 14 days, 11 minutes, 43 seconds. 3 o'clock, boss. Time to go home.
So it is. Well, I'm ready. Yeah, long day, 11 to 3, 2 hours for lunch, 3 days a week. It's a tough life.
Why should I try to convince
Don't cry.
I'm not.
No matter how carefully you watched for clues, that was a difficult problem to predict.
I love you.
No doubt about it. This bus is a little old-fashioned. Well, that was delicious.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Come here.
21st century cars! Your personal master of ceremony!
Hello, folks. Now we are going to bring you a special entertainment feature which will show the development of the automobile.
Say, those new models look terrific.
They are terrific. Okay, Sam, start the show. With every passing year, improvements came thick and fast. As the years went by, the automobile manufacturers continued to improve their cars and make them safer, so that more and more people could use and enjoy them. Through the years, the automobile changed from a novelty to a necessity. It created a new way of life. It provided a whole new concept of transportation for industry. And we became a nation on the move for work and pleasure.
Great day for the race. You're beautiful in the morning. I'll miss you.
You won't have the opportunity.
Meet me in Mexico?
If you go to Mexico, you'll give up the only chance you've got.
Besides designing better automobiles, the manufacturers developed research and testing techniques to help them build safer cars. The science of metallurgy met the challenge of creating more efficient and stronger parts and assemblies. Scientists used all kinds of technical equipment in research and development programs. Ingenious torture tests were designed to reveal fatigue and failure points in parts and assemblies. The cars themselves were tested under all kinds of driving conditions to make sure that they would operate with maximum efficiency and safety. Year after year, manufacturing processes steadily improved to make sure that every automobile that left the factory was in good working order. Each car was subjected to more than 2,000 inspections. Cars became safer and more reliable.
Don't you want me?
I want you. You're the most beautiful thing I've ever known. But I can't afford to stay.
Oh, but you're innocent.
It isn't what you are that counts.
It is.
It's what you get taken for.
So when Grandpa, still plenty spry in spite of his age, set out for a little trip, his car was reliable, safe, comfortable, and easy to drive. More powerful and reliable engines were developed to make driving more efficient. When Grandpa passed another car, he did it safely and easily. Wraparound windshields and larger rear windows increased visibility tremendously. Sealed beam headlamps guided Grandpa safely at night. Power brakes made it possible for him to stop easily and quickly. Directional signals let the other fellow know the driver's intentions. Power steering not only made parking a breeze, it made all driving easier. Even in the good old days of the 1950s and 1960s, Grandpa could rely on his automobile to get him to his destination quickly, safely, and fresh as a daisy.
Someday what you really are is going to catch up with you. It'll be worth fighting for. I just hope it isn't too late.
Thanks for everything.
Frank!
I'll tell them where you are.
Oh, Frank! Please, don't do this.
I'm sorry.
So you see, folks, all of you who are living in the year 2000 are fortunate, because through the years, the automobile manufacturers have had as their goal your safety first. they have constantly improved the quality and safety of automobiles. And they will continue in the future as they have in the past to create cars that are more maneuverable, more responsive, more dependable in every situation, and easier, more pleasant, and safer for all of us to drive, including, of course, Grandpa.
That's the ding-dong truth, folks. Look at me going on 117. It's this easy modern living that does it. Well, so long, kids. Gotta go pick up another new model.
So far, quite an exciting film. And well, I just wonder, will Frank get away to Mexico? And what's that? Oh, you're still complaining about it not being a horror film. Well, so what? Every once in a while, we can stray from the horror film. Oh, hold on just a minute. It's the film Emergency Phone. Yes, hello. Yes, this is Gunther. What? They're throwing away films? Where? How many? 500 films. Oh, well, you hang on to them. I'll be right there. Oh, my friends. Oh, I've got to go. I've got to go rescue those films. Well, anyway, you go back to the movie, and, well, if only I had a car. My car got burned, and, wait a minute, the Gunther Mobile.
You are watching the basement sublet of horror.
Well, I've got to leave now. You go ahead and watch the movie by yourselves, and don't forget to lock up when you leave. Here we go. Oh.
Your attention, please. All cars on the starting line. All cars.
Good luck, Mr. Myers.
Jackson, 39, get in the starting line. This is the feature race, the International, a 98-mile race into Mexico. The track is closed.
Where's Connie? Watching. She sure has a lot of faith in you.
Seems to.
Too much, in my opinion. I still don't think you belong here, and I think I'll prove it. Good luck.
Thanks for everything.
Why don't you drive it or park it?
Fasten your seatbelt. Check your parking brake. Clutch down. Shift to neutral.
No more stoplights. It's good to open this baby up and just drive.
Can you give me a ride to the races?
Sure, but
I'll complain later.
Now let's go on the road and practice driving a manual shift car. To minimize hazards, always check your tires.
and for obstructions around your car.
What is a very fast English passport? When he's flattening out on the turn and takes the escape path. He's turning around now and coming back onto the track. He's too fast and he'll have trouble getting that lead back again. Bill Myers and Beaver Hatfield are still fighting it out, with Hatfield pressing Myers all the way, almost forcing him to stay in there. He's crowding Myers into the turn and Myers can't make it. He's out on the escape road.
If your car begins to skid, you may be able to maneuver out of it, provided you don't lose your head.
When swinging around and back up, the horse picking up speed. He was driving caution with this, but now he's really moving. Maybe he wants to pay Hatfield back for that crowding on the turn, but he'll have to catch him first.
Others may pass you, but don't let them tempt you.
Entering turn number 7, Bucker is moving to the lead. Jensen second and 50 minutes. Hatfield is still moving out, and Myers, trying far different than before, is trying to get back up there with him. Gordon leads Packy to turn number 7, where Jensen spun out. They're moving very fast. He loses control. He's in the center. Myers in there. Keeps the ball in the lead. Myers driving until he is back in the lead, now pressing Hatfield.
They won't get there much sooner than you will. And maybe not at all.
Myers passes. As they approach the last turn onto the park, Stucker holding the lead with Kendall pressing close behind. Myers and Hatfield are in a challenging position for the lead as they swing out of the park and into the mountains on the way to Mexico.
All right, there's the phone, but I don't see what good it's going to do you. The race has already started.
Operator?
When? Who is driving?
Listen very carefully. The driver of car 55 in the International is Frank Webster. Just tried to stop him at the border. He's innocent. Thanks for the lift. Harrison!
Connie, how are you?
Harrison, can I
Too
use
bad
your...
you can't drive in the race. Connie, what's the matter?
Why aren't you racing?
Something happened to the starter, but...
Is it all right now?
Yeah, sure, but...
Could I use your car?
Connie, it's too late to drive in the race.
I've got to get to the border. I'll use the main highway.
Say, what is this?
I'll explain it later. It's important to me, Harrison. Please.
Hey, Eddie, is she ready to go now?
Perfect.
Connie, are you sure you're all right?
I will be. Thank you, Harrison.
This traffic goes too fast. Makes me nervous as a bird.
While George made a better entrance, his jackrabbit lane changing and speeding habits could cause an accident. Lane changing should be done smoothly and with the flow of traffic.
That stupid clown. Why doesn't he learn to drive? Drive it or get off the road.
As the skid starts, ease up on the gas. Do not take your foot off the pedal suddenly. The following screen action has been shot at an automobile proving ground because some of the demonstrations are too dangerous to film on a public road. even with police protection. The car is driven by a test driver, but let's assume that it's you.
The white Jag. Here he comes. That's Frank Webster. I'll get him.
Steer gently into the direction in which the car is sliding. As traction is regained, steer gently back toward the center of the lane and add some power to quicken the recovery.
Boy, if there's anything that burns me up, it's tailgating.
Something occasionally goes wrong, even with well-maintained cars. It's always a surprise. Ready? You're driving along a 4-lane commercial street in the suburbs. You get a big surprise.
If necessary, turn off your engine, lock your doors, and take a nap. But be sure you stop in a safe place. The nap you take may save your life.
I love you. You all right, Faber?
Yes, thanks.
He's all right. How'd the cops find out?
I turned you in.
How'd you get out?
Set the building on fire.
You're a pretty dangerous character yourself.
You could have run away instead of helping him. Why didn't you?
Because you're right, Connie, and I'm going back. Besides, I'm in use to you.
Oh, Frank. What you really are is worth fighting for. Oh, Frank. And it isn't too late. Oh, Frank.
For us, it's just the beginning.
Oh, Frank.
The qualifications of a good driver include the ability and judgment to drive safely under all conditions. Your clear view of the same scene is frequently limited to the reach of your headlights.
There we go, The Fast and the Furious. What a movie. That was quite a bit of fun there. Yes, I know, we'll have a horror film for you next week, I promise. So anyway, that's it for our movie, and well, good night, my friends. Well, I've got to leave now. You go ahead and watch the movie by yourselves, and don't forget to lock up when you leave. Here we go. Oh!